Hi, in this screencast I will show you how to make sure that only up-to-date pipeline definition would be used when multiple branches are used. Imagine you defined pipeline YAML file in master branch and this is your build pipeline, and you give the possibility to execute it for the code in multiple branches. For example, like that, there you have the feature branch, and this branch has the same build YAML file. And where is the problem? Well, the problem is that when you change the YAML file in the main branch, and well, someone has the feature branch with outdated pipeline definition. So when he will execute the build pipeline, he will use outdated version of the build pipeline, and the change could be quite significant on the main branch. So you would like to use only up-to-date pipeline definition files. So we will make a change. We'll make a setup to allow pipeline run only if it's up to date. If not, then developer would have to update it. At first, we'll define a variable inside the pipeline itself, and we'll reference something which is named variable group, and then we will add PowerShell task to the pipeline to compare those two variables. So let's do this. So we've got build pipeline here already defined. I will define the variable group named pipelines. Okay, and I will define a variable named build pipeline var, and I will set it to 1.2. That's my current version of the pipeline. Okay, I've got this variable group with the variable inside. So now let's change the build pipeline, add the variable, and to reference the variable from the variable group like this. So we've got this pipeline version, and we are setting it to 1.2, which would be equal to the variable defined in the variable group. Now what we will do is to add the task in PowerShell to check if those two variables are equal, and if not, then we will break the execution of the pipeline. So we are comparing those two variables and asking the developer to update if it's not equal. So let's check how it works. So now I changed the build pipeline definition. Now I will create another branch with the same pipeline definition file here. So if I look at it, then I've got version 1.2, and I could just simply run this build if I want. Everything is fine then. So now what I will do, I will change the pipeline definition in the main branch. So because I want to make a significant change in the pipeline, so I'm making some changes in the definition, and I'm setting this version to 1.3 because it's my new version. In the same time, I need to go to the variable group and set that current version of the pipeline is 1.3. What is current situation is that I've got main branch with build pipeline definition in version 1.3, and another branch with build pipeline definition 1.2. So I will try to execute this build pipeline against the code in this feature branch. Yeah, so I'm selecting this feature branch with the outdated pipeline definition, and let's see. Yeah, so it failed. Yeah, like I wanted. So there is current version is 1.3, and the version of this pipeline definition file is 1.2. So that's why the pipeline stopped, and now I should update the YAML file in the feature branch to be aligned with my current version. That's the way how we can make sure that on the many branches that are using the build pipeline, we'll be sure that after any change in the build pipeline definition, the pipeline would be used only if it's up to date, and we will have consistent builds across those branches. That was the goal here today.